Welcome back. It's still Channel Sport this morning. Let's go on with the show now. Russian athletes, it's not a few years ago, just last year, they were banned for anti-doping rule violations and systemic doping, allegedly. But some of them have been trying to actually get back on the track, in the pool, wherever, wherever sports, that is, as individual athletes, the ones that feel they haven't done anything wrong. And Cecilia, the news says they've actually cleared seven more Russians to compete as neutrals. So these guys that have been cleared, 7 of them, they have a chance, a very good chance of actually competing at the IAAF World Championships in London. Yeah, so that's the target, I imagine, for a lot of these guys. Yeah, definitely.
In total this year, about 10 applications have been approved, and 17 have been declined. So that's 10 Russians now. But the good thing is, sprint hurdles, the world champion Shubenkov, he will be competing. Kochina in high jump also, Maria, she also will be competing. And former European indoor champion high jumper Danin Saplakov will also be competing. So one of about 3 of the 7 athletes that have been cleared to compete. So, but their participation as neutral athletes is still subject to formalities under IAAF rules that are being complemented. And of course, they're being completed right now, and the acceptance of their entries by individual meetings organizers. So it's really not over yet, but they still have to meet some other rules and eligibility for them to be able to compete. But the news is 7 of these athletes will have a chance of competing in London as neutral athletes.
Interesting. I like this one, Cecilia, because there's still a bit of controversy about, the blanket ban, just banning a country.
The European body are really not happy about it.
Yeah, when there's a chance that someone out there might actually just be innocent and hasn't done anything wrong. So it's a good that they've been given this opportunity to actually clear themselves and actually go and compete, because I think it's quite straightforward. These guys have to prove that they've been competing in an environment that meets the strict anti-doping guidelines. So good one, like I said, a very good chance of competing.
When will the ban be lifted on the Russian national athletics?
Yeah, but that's another story entirely. When we've seen updates, from time to time, they still have a lot of work to do. They haven't, convinced the authorities that they are actually, the compliance, to the anti-doping code. So for Russia as a whole, they have a lot of work to do. They need to just clean the house and, try and get back, because they're a massive country when it comes to athletics. So yeah, that's on them now, really.
I think that's why the European body actually wants them back into it, because of that competition.
Yeah.